Not this kid.
Can I do the thinking? Sonny, if you build us a pump, we'll go away. You'll never hear from us again. What's going on, guys? We're live here. I think we're live on Facebook and YouTube. So it is Black Friday. Hope you guys are having a great day. Aaron's down there in South Alabama, South SOUF, South Alabama, and I'm up here in UCLA.
It must not be as cold where you're at, bro. I don't know. This is like it's solid, like low 40s over here.
No, it ain't that cold. It's probably 59. I'm gonna say
it feels like it out here, bro.
You got that cold coming off the ocean down there.
That's what they call that. Yeah.
What I want to ask you guys in the chat here. Tell me what your favorite movie is to watch on this holiday weekend. So we always lay around the house, and we watch all the Christmas movies. So let me know in the chat what's your favorite. And look, it could be anything. Some of you guys, I worry about it. Could be Magic Mike. It could be some wild answers in there. I don't know. Like, I'm a big National Lampoons, and there you go. Catch out. I'm a diehard National Lampoons. We'll run those two. You got a favorite? You got a holiday film you throw?
I'm a Home Alone 2 kind of guy.
That's a good one.
Yeah, man. Straight down the middle. Marvin Harry. That was my childhood when he got hit with them with that voltage in the basement of that place. And he hit that octave as a kid. I mean, I never heard my dad laugh so hard. I mean, it had to be some type of relevance. He's seen it.
He bust a side on laughing at that every year. Yeah, I think we're
skeleton.
We got our phones now, so we see funny shit all the time. But you talking about 1997? There wasn't a lot of funny, so funny was rare. They wasn't Bill Tony. They wasn't Bill Vaughn out there. Just it was funny was a little more scarce. See,
that's right.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. I know these guys. These guys are in Miami. Yeah, dude, this year $500K. That is freaking great, dude. Bought a little bitty enclosed trailer we built for them back when we were renting our old building before we bought our current building. So hope you guys are having a great Black Friday. Got tomorrow coming up, weekend. We'll be back at it on Monday. Yeah, so we got a quick topic we wanted to hit for you guys and see what you think about it. If you're watching this, you're probably already in business. But one of the things that I've learned, and I think Aaron would agree that we've learned kind of together, is what we call, or I steal it from him, but he calls it the lens, right? So it's a lens. It's an ability. You remember that one they had, and it stretch out on Master and Commander? That's a good-ass movie, too. He clicked that dude out, So tell me what is the lens in business or in opportunities? What is that?
It is all about opportunity. A lot of people, what you'll find is they can't see opportunity because there's opportunity everywhere. And we're going to talk a little more about that. But the lens is your ability to see the opportunity. I equate it a little better, to a guy who's, say you step off your back porch if you live in a rural area. And you hear these coyotes every night, right? You hear them. They're out there. They're yipping and hollering and stuff. I mean, if you've lived in a rural area, you've got some coyotes that are yipping out there. But you look out there, you look out across the pasture, it's just pitch black. You can barely see the nose in front of your face. No moon, no nothing. That's how most people walk through life. They're like, I've heard opportunities. They're out. Somebody told me there was some opportunity out there. But the difference is when you develop a lens, it's like putting on a thermal scope where, okay, immediately you can spot, well, there's a coyote, there's an opportunity, right? There's an opportunity. And it cuts all the fat away from your movement, from your investment. You're not flailing anymore. You have a very clear vision of which way to go. So developing a lens and an ability to spot opportunity, Warren Buffett calls it underserved markets, or what is it, unindustrialized, like these inefficiencies in the market, right? Where you can, like Airbnb, right? An inefficiency in the market would be represented by people hating going to hotels and having to check in and deal with all these people next to them. Airbnb made it to where you could go stay at somebody's house. Well, a lot of people would say, well, that's stupid. Why would anybody want to go stay at some weirdo's house? Well, turns out it was a lens, right?
Why would anybody want to ride in your car instead of a taxi?
Exactly.
Why would anybody pay you to bring their food from the little fast food to your house? Nobody would do. Well, turns out they will. It's a thing.
Amazon Prime, who's going to pay for the ability to get like free shipping or deals? You know what I mean? Who's going to pay more for a product to buy it from Amazon than they would at like a Walmart? Well, that's what you're doing on Amazon, and people do it all the time. Convenience factor. So the lens is the ability to spot an inefficiency in the marketplace where you can plug yourself into it, solve the problem, and thus extract money in exchange for massive value.
Yep. I got a highlighted comment here from Todd. So you guys don't know, Todd's a rapper. He had an illustrious career pre-marina life, pre-washing life, where he was called Lil T, and he come out and rap, spit some rhymes on you. No, he actually does this really cool thing that I had never seen done, because it ain't a thing where we live. But correct me if I'm wrong. I think the gist of it is, you show up, you got the shrink wrap stuff that they would wrap boats in. So I'm assuming that's kind of where he got this from. But you take all the patio furniture and you wrap it and you hit it with a heat gun, and it kind of seals it off in a little capsule for the winter, which is freaking genius. I saw him on there on his page doing like grills and coolers. And I'm assuming because their winters he's in Jersey, so their winters are really shitty. So guys want to protect all their stuff during the wintertime. And that's the ability to see, I don't know if Todd came up with that. Like I said, I've never seen it before. It just could be because I'm in Alabama and it ain't a thing here. But that's a thing that you can look for and spot a service. And he's already got the clientele with his pressure washing, right? He's a very successful wash company. So he's already got the same kind of clientele. And those are usually the indicators when you see a coyote, an opportunity. I want to know how far away is that one from where I'm already aiming.
Right.
Because if I got to swing the turret way over here, it may not be worth shooting at. Right. That's also a danger when you start to develop your lens, guys. There's a ditch on both sides of the road. If you don't have a lens, you're effed. Okay. You need a damn lens. So I'd rather have a lens to see opportunities than not. If you don't have it at all, what you do is you clock in for the rest of your life, and you put on an Oliver Anthony CD. We had people bitching because the deals were too good. That's how you get in your mind that way. So you do want to be able to, but the other danger is having so many opportunities that you gotta, now it's like a game of a pick-me game. You got to figure out which one makes the most sense, and you won't ever know. Because once you commit to one, these cycles for us, at least in our manufacturing and design prototyping that we just were talking about it, the turnaround to even see if it was a good idea is usually about 12 to 18 months, right? So it's like, damn, you got to really suss. You got to take a couple of good shits. All right.
A couple of good shits
before you commit, because now some of the stuff that you guys do is, on a service business, you can try it and you can drop it, but that's also dangerous too, because a lot of guys won't try it long enough. So, and that's the game of business. There's no answer. There's no way to know if you lose money, make a killing, or if it's just endless lose money. Or you go in and you make a killing up front, and then you have some crap years, and then is it going to go back up? You don't know. If you knew, it wouldn't be as hard, right? If you had the Palantir thing from the Lord of the Rings, you would know, and it wouldn't be nearly as hard. But that's the game. It's trying to always, is it a pivot time, or is it the dumbest thing you could do would be to pivot, right? Mm-hmm. So I got an example for you guys. I love the shrink wrapping thing because I always try to, if I can find an example that's not in my industry, it helps me to understand the concept better. If it's in my own industry, a lot of times I'm too zoomed in and I hear you, but I don't really hear what you're saying. So, koi pond out front. I was trying to do a live yesterday and my phone died. So the live stopped and my laptop's actually really low. So we're going to have to go pretty quick here. It's plugged in, but I don't know if it's going to help. The koi pond I had installed. Okay. I could install it, but my daughter's boyfriend looked like he liked to dig holes better than I did. So I said to him, I said, boy, if you dig that hole right there, I give you a few $1,000s to build. He knows all about this shit, dude. He knows all about fish, skimmer, a biologic filter, a bog system. And I'm like, whatever, whatever it is, you'll do your shit, right? So he did a great job. You seen my pond. Give me an unbiased, like, what do you give me a
It looks great. Like if it's it looks how it's supposed to look. Looks great. Yeah, it's got a little moss and little rocks, a little plants, and little water trickling down, and little fish in the bottom, and little tiered spaces where they can sit and chill out. It's cool, man.
He did a good job, right? And so I was telling him, hey, man, he currently working somewhere, just dead end job, whatever. That's fine. But I was like, dude, you could start I looked. There ain't nobody. There's companies in Atlanta that do koi pond installs, and then they do the maintenance. And that's where they get another lick. They come out, monthly or quarterly, and they do maintenance on it. And they also will do your aquariums. I got a saltwater aquarium in there. Look, I don't want to mess with it. I just want to look at them. So they'll come out, and there's a couple $100s a month. So I'm trying to help him out and show him, and he gets it. You wouldn't need nothing but the van that Ari and Marv had. Okay. You would need that and probably $2,000 and stuff and get out there and you could start installing ponds. It's just digging a hole, putting a liner in it. It ain't really that hard. Getting some rocks, aquascaping that shit out. It was really, really fun to watch and it looks great. So, you do 2 installs a month, a few maintenance jobs, but that's, what's interesting to me is we're in the year of our Lord, nearly 2025, and there's nobody between here and there's one company in Auburn that advertises that they do it, but they don't actually. They just put it on their site. There's a guy in Birmingham, a couple in Atlanta. So you got all the way to Macon. They ain't nobody that can see that. It's like
can't see it.
Can't see it.
Can't see it, and even he can't really see it.
No, he can't.
It's weird to me. I was talking to my parents about this earlier. I was like, look, man, I told my brother, not that he's going to do it, but it's like talking kind of to everybody. It's like, look, you want to go mess around, make some cabinets? Look, come up with a $30,000 investment, get you a nice machine. Look, I'll make you GMB. We'll get your website rolling. Look, by year 3, year 2, year 3, it's a $500,000 company. Yeah. I promise you that, because we're going to go sell, and we're going to go talk, and we're going to go do the deal, and we're going to go get great-looking pamphlets and brochures and what we can do, and we're just not going to stop until it happens. That's it. That's how you do it. It's like it doesn't have a choice, guys. Most people they leave their life up to this, like they're going to give it the college try. I ain't never college tried in my life. The only reason I'm still not in the music game is because I got hit by a torpedo called divorce. Otherwise I'd still be doing that probably. I'd probably have a record deal and it could have gone either great or it could have gone whatever, but I'd probably still be hard-headed enough to be in it. Okay. So I think being able to see it is the biggest piece. Being able to see that. It's hard for me to understand a guy who can't see it when you're telling him, hey, dude, look at this. Look at all these signals. It's like, what if you're not telling him that? He still don't even see it with you telling him.
Yeah. I forgot that Punks used to actually do that Pressure Wash Punks channel. He used to do pond installs and stuff. They told me on another video in a comment that, and it's, you're making like 53,000 clocked in miserable, but that's
Right.
like probably 4.5 installs.
Right.
It's like I damn sure believe we can get you to 6.
Bro, I don't think there's a poor person who has a koi pond.
It's a
Like
law.
the word koi, they can't even pronunciate it.
It's what's that? Koi, right?
Koi. So it's always big money. It's always a restaurant, or it's always something, a commercial establishment, or old people or rich people. There ain't no poor people messing with it. Similar to the wrapping of boats. There's not a poor person who has a boat.
No.
Okay. Like a real boat that he's going to call you to wrap. No, he's got money. All right.
I saw another comment here. Beans Power Queen. What's up, bro? Appreciate you, man. So we wanted to mention, you guys probably already know this, but we do have, obviously, a hell of a sale going today over on the site. My phone is blowing up with notifications for orders. So we got a bunch of stuff on the site, guys. If you jump over there, it's going to be a pop-up and a big banner at the top, and the middle of the screen. You can't miss it. Damn it! I made it where you can't miss it. So
somebody will in fact miss it. I didn't see no site.
They don't know. It's crazy, and that's what we run into a lot. Like I was roasting a guy yesterday. At least, y'all, if you watching this, it ain't y'all. Just let me rant if you could.
Y'all, I know y'all are dealing with it. Look, the good thing is a lot of the people we're talking about are your competition, so it's a good thing. Believe me, y'all are in good hands, bro. Y'all just keep doing the path.
Boy said, I had bought me a smart stream, and they were no damn way in the world to know how to hook it up. Like, there's video on the page you bought it from, son. They
in red caps.
So that's what you guys are up against, like your Dale Austins of the world. Dale ain't got no problem beating these boys. These ain't even real humans. You fighting. The problem is there's a lot of them. Okay, there's a lot of them.
Orcs.
Perspective. We will be there Monday. We don't really do a tour of the building, but you can stop in the front office up there. We got a little bitty tiny store, but we don't do like tours because we're gonna be wide ass open, fulfilling. We got a lot of orders to fulfill, as we do every week we come back from this weekend. So a lot of orders. We've got a couple thousand orders pending, so we got to get all those. But dude, it's just interesting. You guys are fighting an army of orcs that are all basically like retarded, okay, but you got a lot of them, so you gotta.
There is a lot of them, but positioning against them and winning, as you notice, right? We take a lot of heat from the industry. A lot of orcs, they like to chirp, but a lot of them don't understand that's all on purpose. That's all structured. See, it's like, they don't understand how Donald Trump stayed in the media even after he wasn't president for that number 46, right? It was like, but all they could talk about was Donald Trump the whole time Biden was president. There's a reason for that. There's a way he operates. And if you'll notice, Southeast name stays in a lot of people's mouth, and it stays circulating whether the press is good or bad.
Yeah.
I
struggle with that sometimes because I truly don't give a shit. But sometimes I'll think, well, maybe I should just, like that guy. I could have patted his ass and been like, no, man, there's a link right here on, and you. The problem is he's got an attitude, and so I take some kind of offense to that when I've already done the work. I already put it right there in front of your face. It's right there, but they just so good, bad, or indifferent. By God, that's just how I decided to do it, and it's worked out so far. But I don't know really anybody else in our world that operates that way. But when we see them, the other vendors and people, they're like, "Hey, man, I want to tell you, I love the way you handle." You guys know Gerald Vess. Gerald used to be partners with Doug Rucker. he commented on my post yesterday, and he basically, I don't know if you saw it. He said he just went back to washing. He was running a successful store, doing training out in Texas. Yeah, he said, I just went back to washing. I'm tired of dealing with all these dumbasses. And it's like, that tells you something. Doug, pretty good old guy. You know, he's like, he just can't deal with the level of entitlement and stupidity at the same time. It is interesting. There's a guy that I modeled a lot after in the tactical world. It's special operations equipment, and he's the same way. He does not play that shit. You know, guys, last week we had a young man down in South Alabama. He ain't far from you. Might have right over there and piss in his yard. He ordered an X-Jet from us. So we're an X-Jet vendor. I didn't even tell you about this. He ordered an X-Jet. We shipped it. The next day he shipped it back and said that the box was damaged, and he shipped back a old X-Jet that was worn out. It looked like a 2-year-old X-Jet. So he ordered it on Amazon through our Amazon store. He kept the new one, put his old one back in the box, and sent it back. And I called him and I said, hey man, what's going on with it? Oh, it came like that. Yeah, I opened it up and it was, I don't know how, it was like an old one was in there. I said, now hold on, man. You tell me old man X-Jet up there in like Carolinas, old man X, right?
Old man X.
Old man, he damn, the ball guy from
He's out washing.
He's out washing. You tell me he boxed up an old ass, and the kid's like 19. And I said, dude, just tell me what you did. He doubled down. He would not admit it that he had. We have people buy chemicals. AJ's in the chat. AJ's our order filling guy. AJ runs the shipping department. AJ, I tell you, almost weekly, somebody will send a single back, and they have used 3/4 of the bottle and filled it back up with water and put the lid back on and send it back to us and say it didn't work. Now that's the level of dude you guys are up against. That's where their mind's at, bro.
And people wonder why we're assholes. Why? Wonder why? Because it's every single day. It's every single day some sort of new manufactured dumbassery is coming. It's always spun. It's the same dumbassery, but it's like, oh, he took the X-Jet, old crusty salt-bridged X-Jet. I ain't never heard of that, but it's the same kind of guy. It's like, oh, he filled the jug back up with water. Nope. Damn, man. It's like we're dealing with a bunch of ex-cons, bro. That's literally. I
had a guy, he left us a bad review. Guys, if you're in the chat, help me out. Go over and give me a review on Google. I don't ask for them very often because I've been getting a couple bad ones. We've actually, for the first time ever, fell off of our 4.9 rating. So now we're a 4.8. Ooh. But there's like 700 reviews. 2 years ago, we lost remember when Google killed a bunch of reviews? We lost 75 stars just out of the damn blue. So I ain't too worried about it. You know, we're 700 and we're 4.8. As much of as out front as I am, that's pretty good. But I had a guy give me a 1-star because if he ain't got his Super 8 yet. And this is what he said in the review. He said, I know I agreed to the terms and conditions. I did. But still. And I looked him up, and he was an ex-con. He did 10 years in prison. He's up in Massachusetts. I got a screenshot of him. He's up in Massachusetts. I sent it to my brother. I said, look at this boy. So you're telling me in your 1-star, I know that I agreed that it was but I'm still upset. You know, that's what we're dealing with, guys. But it's good for you because if you don't have that
mentality,
a broke mentality right there, you just kill them by default.
It's easy. It's literally easy to smoke all of these people.
They are annoying, but it is easy to kill them.
It's like sleeping with 4 mosquitoes in your room. You know what I mean? It's like,
get off. I do want to say the irony of ironies is that I now like pressure wash punks more than I ever liked Mike Badad. Now, how ironic.
There's a plot twist.
What you can't make it up.
You can't make it up.
Give a man a pump. He try to put 77 feet of suction hose on there. Bothered me. Bothered me the next day. Said it won't spray. I said it sprayed yesterday when I was in your driveway. I got footage of it. Won't spray now. Let's just throw it in the damn ditch then. Just throw it in the fucking ditch. I don't know what to do.
Cody, they were told you have to be present. And all of what they want is that Star Wars hologram.
Yeah, follows up.
Now this all.
Yeah. He said, where 2 or 3 are Cody's are gathered, the pump shall spray. No, you fucking around. Had a guy. Now this one's funny. Let me let you guys hear this, and we'll wrap this up because I think my laptop's gonna die. We had a dude. He redeemed himself. He said, this pump wouldn't spray, right? Pump don't spray. And I called him. He sent us this video right here. And he was, now we test them. We test them all. Y'all see that? See that voltmeter? So he sent this video in. Pump say 24 volts right there on top of it. Voltmeter say 12. Okay. So he sent us that video trying to say, that he got his pump and it wasn't spraying right. We're like, dude, we test every one of them. We're going to send you the video of your serial numbered pump spraying like hell in the shop. So we sent him that and he's like, okay, yeah, well, I don't know what's going on. And he's got a soft wash systems skid, which is nothing wrong with the quality of a soft wash system skid, but it's 12 volt. He didn't realize the pump was 24 volts. He didn't realize, I don't know how, he'd been looking at that damn digital display since he got the skid from AC Lockyer. It said damn 12 on it. But he just ain't paid, it's right there. Ain't seen it. Can't see it. Couldn't see it.
I mean, there's a plethora of things in that video.
A lot of shit.
GFs, half-inch GFs, probably a half-inch hose coming out of it, right? That's
a lot of shit.
All right. The gun is definitely a gun is the wrong gun. 11.6 volts to a 24 volt pump. He said it's running about half speed. I said, the weirdest thing is
about right for what amount of ass you giving it,
right? What it's supposed to be running for half speed.
But I called him because I was in a good mood that day, and by the time I called him, he had figured out how this was what he said. Is this Robert? This is Cody at Southeast Soft Wash. Hey, I'm just emailing you. Well, I'm gonna try to help you out. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I ended it right there because I was like, he admitted it. I thought he was gonna keep doubling down, and he was like, "No, I figured it out. I'm a dumbass." He had wired all of his batteries to just make a big bank of 12 volts.
Right.
So it's okay. I've done dumb shit too. We all do, you don't know everything, but it's just the doubling down on thinking that when you don't know. See, it's just part of it. You got to admit when you're wrong, you don't know what you're doing. But guys immediately go to something's wrong with thingy, something's wrong with my thing. It's like, well, probably not, because it wasn't nothing wrong with it when it got on that UPS truck.
No. I think, back to what we were saying, being able to maybe even to develop a lens of awareness, that's hard, dude. That's one of the hardest things. Like the awareness to know that, like, he just came to the realization, he's like, I'm a fucking moron. It's like, well, I appreciate you realizing that, because like, you could have just ran to Google.
That's what happens.
You know what I mean? And left a 1 star, but yet you're the moron. Right. It's like, so we're just out here being daddy, and the 14-year-olds, they're just mad that we still spank. Like, you know what I mean? You're supposed to give me a gentle talking to. That's what mom says. It's like, no, I ain't. I'm daddy and I still spank.
What happened is the first couple of years we were in business, we had a lot of customers, but I could manage them.
Right.
And I wasn't mad. There was none of this gray. So I cared a lot. And everyone that had a problem, I would get on the phone. How many phones have I went through since you know me? Phone numbers.
Like 5 or something. I don't know.
Because I was like, oh shit, let me help him out because I know it's nothing and I don't want him to be upset with us. And you talk them off the ledge. I mean, people that hadn't charged their systems in weeks, all the dumb shit, right? But as we grew, you know, you're doing millions more a year. Well, that's more customer interactions a year. And there ain't but one or two people up there that have the technical, me and Dusty, really the technical to try to, even if we wanted to.
Right.
So you also don't, your give a damn's going down because you're getting tired of the same shit every day. So we film the videos, we put them on tech support tab, and you're like, well, that'll help. We'll just mass communicate, won't watch them, you know. So what happens is a shift happens and where you just stop caring. But those guys were there at least like they contact in and they're like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. And they're in their 90 days of their equipment. That's fine. Like we don't mind that. That's okay. But you just have to think like you have to try, you know, give it a little bit of thought. It helps.
Go through the checklist. You know what I mean? We try to devise ways to give them, you know, more information, but it's like every time you ask them, you're like, did you watch the video on the text? No, I didn't watch that. It's like, well, okay, so we can't just give you more because you're not going to watch it. I don't think I've ever heard anyone that you've got on the phone with has ever admitted to watching the info.
No, I just had one the other day that said, I called him. It was a different guy. I can't remember who it was. I said, hey, you know, you got that QR code on that big sticker that we put on the equipment. You take you to the tech support videos. He said, well, I scanned it and it went to the chemicals and parts page. I said, yeah, because there's a QR on this side that says parts and supplies. And then it says SESW. The sticker's about that long. Then there's another big QR on this side. And under it says tech support in a damn big, thick, shiny vinyl sticker. So he scanned, ain't got the time to read where it says, you know, so he went to the wrong page and that was as far as he got. But I get it. Like I've done stuff like that too and turned around a day later and been like, God dang, I'm dumb. They were right there. But you can't know everything. You just need to know what you don't know. If this side of the house whoops you guys, double down on learning that side of the house. If I put an order in for a skid, me and Aaron are buying some equipment right now for other stuff. We're up. I guarantee you, both of us are up almost every night watching videos. Ain't even bought the damn thing yet. Trying to learn about it, right? I would want to know everything I could know about that thing before I picked it up. Conversely, if you don't know dick about marketing, what should you do?
You should invest and watch and learn and stay up till midnight, 1 a.m., learning and reading and immersing yourself. I'm the kind of guy I have to immerse myself. I literally have to bathe in the information over and over. Like that turkey y'all basted, that's how I got to be with the info. I got to live around it. I got to have papers around me, and I got to read them all the time and every day. Because here's what I've learned. If I do that for like a solid 6 months, bro, I'm top 3/4 of the game. Now I'm not maybe like the god of this, but I can talk the language and I can understand what I need and what I don't need and what I need to pay for, who I need to hire. And I can also talk to the person I need to hire. Right. And I know if they're bullshitting me because I've studied enough to where I hire the right guy. You understand? To where he's as in depth as I need me to be in his rhetoric and his language that he's speaking to me. So I know he knows what he's talking about. But you wouldn't even know if you didn't stay in the sauce long enough to get all of the things that need to happen. Most people, like as Dan Kennedy said, most people are just not willing to do the deep immersion of anything they're trying to learn. And when he said that, I said, okay, now I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to consistently go the next level and be more adept, maybe not at becoming a complete expert, but become enough to be dangerous and still creative. You know, a lot of people who are experts at engineering, what we found is that they have zero creativity. They have zero flexibility in what is possible because they're engineers and they're math people. So I don't want to become like that because that's a hindrance in my creation. So maybe I should learn a little bit about what he's doing and know when he's wrong because he doesn't know about pumps or he doesn't know about pressure water. He doesn't know about skids. He doesn't know anything about that, but he knows about math and he knows about drawings and he knows about those things. Cool. I'm still technically the expert in the interaction.
Right.
Because just because he knows math doesn't mean he has a finger on the pulse of an industry like we do.
Right.
Okay. So having that level of awareness, right, where I don't just abdicate all authority to this guy.
Oh, you'll be effed if you do that.
Oh, you'll be effed if you do it. Okay.
That's just rolling the dice and hoping you land on Elvis.
That's right. So having enough self-esteem to know that you know more than the engineers, right? We do. So they do our bidding. They do what we tell them to do, but a lot of people would just hand the reins over and you know what I'm saying? So being able to understand where you're at and immerse yourself in the process long enough to where you're dangerous, but not to where you're trying to go become a career blank.
Yeah. This is a good comment. Yes, you are right. Candy's pretty awesome. And she's strategically that nice on purpose because it's balm of Gilead right there.
The balm of Gilead.
You have to over be nice to compensate. But
we throw fireballs. We need us a candy.
Yeah, I don't need that old woman from that movie scene where she's like, "What don't you want?" I don't need that woman. Punks, this is funny too. My sister owns a photography business. She was just telling me yesterday we were eating at mom and dad's, and she's doing these Santa sessions, So she had an old fat woman bring her kids up there, paid for a 30-minute session with Santa. Little 3-year-olds acting ham. You just go and cry and scream, squalling, screaming and squalling. So it is what it is. You take what your slots up, and the next family comes in. She got a whole damn Santa Claus, whole back, got a fat man, everything. She's got the get up. The woman said when her slot was over because her kid didn't get good photos, she was like, "Hey, can I come back on a different day? And maybe she'll act better." And she was like, "No, she just won't come back. Don't pay no more. Never mind how she's going to get Santa back down here. Santa's here to do 36." Right. The fee of Santa is spread over these 36, sure. Whatever $500 to Popo Gijo. So she's thinking Popo's coming back. They gonna be a whole nother damn snow on the ground. All it just that's how their mind like. Your kid's an ass.
Santa at the photography studio on a Tuesday.
Yeah, just a Tuesday. Yeah. Entitled as hell. This little honey boo boo looking ass. Just
they had that Toyota Tercel, that white Tercel. That white
red Mustang's been on there a long time. I'm talking about a long time. He said that go to hell hood and that Amazon Boulevard at the Carl's Jr. parking lot. What I really
singing Crossfade.
Look, it's a good comment. Justice in the house. What's up, bro? Yeah, on the job site, watched a whole 3,000 square foot house with a super pump about an hour and a half with it on half power. He's got the speed control version down there. There you go, brother.
How old are you? 14? I think he's 14.
I think he turned 15.
Turned 15. All right.
Yeah, dude's
he
an
ain't
animal.
old enough to run the Sweet 16. Hell.
He ain't even legal. He bought that thing with an ID that said Justice McLovin.
He said with an expired water park pass and the old McDonald's fries covering the floorboard.
He said, "How many times y'all been to Dollywood?" Hell,
all of them.
Oh, it's so stupid.
In Pigeon Forge. Y'all going to Dixie Stampede again this year?
I done been saying he's eating one time. It's about like Dukes of Hazzard. You seen one episode, you seen them all. It's like, but entitled as hell. It's so crazy. I went to the car wash a minute. I'm gonna let you guys go. Went to the car wash. I had to go out and get me a couple for the day. So I run by a little car wash, and we've got the pay for the month thing, you know, on Emily's Lexus and my other truck. But I don't have one on that Tundra I just got, and I don't give a damn. So they pulled up, and the girl said, "You have a membership?" I said, "No, I got one on my other truck." "Well, I'll let you go through since you got it." I said, "No, I'm gonna pay you for the car wash." No, I'll let you go through. You got a membership on. I said, "Well, I could be lying about that." "Well, you ain't lying, are you?" I said, "No, I'm not lying, but I could be, and I want to pay you for a car wash." "Well, do you want to get another membership?" I said, "No, I just want to pay you for a car wash." "Well, I ain't never had nobody like this." I said, "You're damn right. Now I want the most expensive car wash, and here's your $23, and let me go and do what I was doing." But that's the mental state you got to operate in, guys. I'm not looking for a deal. I'm not against a deal, but I'm almost against a deal, and that has served me well.
My wife, it's funny. We bought this coffee machine, right? She loved the hell. She barely leave the house without this thing. It's an automatic, right? Ura, you know, it's Williams Sonoma. Okay, if you know the price range, I mean, you could buy a nice dirt bike for what this coffee machine costs. They ask me, "Hey, so what's your phone number? Because we want to give you the points, because it's a lot of points." All right. And I'm like, "No, I ain't getting my phone. I don't want them points." She goes, "You don't want the deal?" "No." My wife's like, "I'll take the deal. You can have my phone." I said, "You can get her phone number because I don't want the deal."
Nope. Not interested in.
I don't want.
I like to say not interested, but I say it the way Daddy says it. Not interested.
I'm not interested.
No, he don't say it like that. He says not. Had to do it.
I'm not interested.
That's it. I can't. Not interested. Like, that ain't even damn word. Guys, go enjoy the rest of your day. Head over to the site. We got you some hellacious deals today on
super pumps.
Yeah, that's the big one for today.
Big deals on super pumps today.
Yep.
There's a bunch of stuff. What are we got deals on Super 8s, deals on the manifolds, bro, deals on head kits, ball valves,
streams,
courses, streams,
smart ones,
bro, chems. Sheesh, cuz there's a lot on here.
A lot of stuff. A lot of I don't want a deal, but go over to the site and take advantage of the deals. Oh, look at him. Look.
Go on, hit him with a dab, JP.
Go on, hit me one. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Good.
Yeah, man.
I was listening for about 12 minutes.
Yeah, well, I got about that little bar on my laptop battery is real small. See, it's about to die out.
All right, guys.
I just want to say hello.
Bro, guys, this is JP Bushcraft right here. He's world renowned
truck. We're gonna put him on a wash truck.
What's gonna be funny is him and Mike and Preston running a truck. They ain't gonna. How much y'all make day? 2,300. Where's all the money at? We spend it all at the knife store.
We spend it all on Bali songs.
Guys, have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you.
All right, see y'all.
Peace out.